Hey YouTube, it's ShryphonX here. Today we're going to be talking about One Piece Chapter 1152. Like and subscribe for more content. Chapter 17, titled A Terrible Day, spans 17 pages. In Chapter 1152, titled Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 36, delivered Otama's Amagasa hat to Komatsu, the daimyo of Akumar. Gaban instructs Luffy to pay attention to how he uses Conqueror's haki and asserts that the enemies are not immortal. He then looks at Zoro and Sanji. Gaban observes, "Looks like it's not just one person here who possesses the color of Conqueror." Sanji approaches Gaban in a humorous manner, but is ignored. Sanji exclaims, "Is it me? I knew it. I won't let Moss Head and Jibe's stock be the only ones rising." Gaban responds, "Swordsman over there. Looks like your body is accustomed to it." Zoro replies, "I possess the color of Conqueror." Luffy questions, "Huh? You didn't know? It's been leaking, you know." Gaban scoffs, "What a joke. Haki is only useful if you can recognize and control it." Gaban questions Luffy's intentions, demanding to know how he intends to support his captain, who is one of the 4 emperors. Zoro apologizes, saying, sorry." Angry Sanji interrupts Gaban's question, demanding, "Hey old man, what about me?" However, he is interrupted by Loki and Hadruden's argument. Loki accuses Hadruden of disgraceful behavior, questioning whether he will allow outsiders to save his homeland. He asserts that Elbaf has him. Hadruden counters, "With you, there's even the possibility of you assisting the government side. You did that kind of thing on that day. How can we trust you?" Suddenly, Luffy surprises Loki by saying, "Hey Loki, why don't you become one of my Nakamas?" Hadruden, "If Loki is part of my crew, you can release him, right?" Zoro and Sanji advise against it due to Loki's size and his voracious appetite. Hadruden realizes that Luffy can sense Loki's trustworthiness, but he refuses to believe it. Loki also declines Luffy's proposal, stating that he won't follow anyone. Zoro and Sanji embark on the journey to the Sun World with the giants. When they are alone, Gaban approaches Hadruden and requests that he release Loki. Gaban then reveals that he and Shanks were also present at the castle during Harold's incident, but they failed to witness the extraordinary event. Hadruden urges Loki to disclose everything to him. Loki begins the story by recounting, "It was one truly terrible day." A flashback commences, taking place 14 years ago. Loki and Gerald are summoned to the castle. Loki appears quite friendly towards Gerald. Loki expresses his hatred for the world government for killing rocks, and he seeks to speak with his father. Upon arriving at the throne entrance, Loki stamps one giant soldier into the door to open it. As they enter the throne room, Loki and Gerald are shocked to witness Harold being stabbed by several of his own soldiers. We only see Harold's silhouette, leaving us uncertain whether he has been transformed into a demon or not. However, it appears that Harold possesses horns and wings. Gerald exclaims, "Harold!" Loki responds, "What on earth are you all doing?" Meanwhile, we witness Gaban and Shanks engaged in a relaxing bath at the thermal baths located outside Gaban's house, situated in a branch near the castle. Gaban was significantly younger at that time, with only half of his hair turning gray, and he sported a black braid goatee and mustache. As they bathed, we discover that Shanks bears a tattoo on his left arm, just above his elbow. Although the tattoo is not visible in close-up, it resembles this image. Gaban reminisces about the last time they shared a bath, suggesting that it had been approximately 3 or 4 years. Shanks responds with a dismissive attitude, asserting that it had been a decade since the captain's passing. Gaban acknowledges the passage of time and expresses his understanding that it must have been particularly difficult for Shanks. Shanks confesses that his life has undergone a profound transformation. To be honest, Shanks had initially desired to simply live a carefree life as a jolly pirate alongside Buggy. However, due to his circumstances, he now yearns to learn more about Elbaf. Gaban acknowledges Shanks' status as the child of destiny and urges them to refrain from discussing such intricate matters at the moment. They then engage in a conversation about their past adventures, including their encounter with Dory and Broggy in Little Garden. As they reminisce, Ripley appears to greet Shanks. Shanks reveals that he has arrived in Elbaf to meet with King Harold about a matter of importance. Meanwhile, a mysterious shadow emerges from the castle, opening the treasure room and revealing a chest containing the legendary Akuma no Mi. The chapter concludes with an epic double-page flashback taking place 109 years ago. Narrator: we see the great Eric chasing a ship in the sea with very young Dory, Broggy, Oimo, and Kashi. But we also see another giant ship docked in a human kingdom. At the same time, an official ship from the Kingdom of Giants acts as another reason why the name Elbaf is associated with absolute terror. Harold: I heard they have a beautiful princess inside that castle. Go take a look. People: Yuwa. One of the giant soldiers that accompanied Harold looked for the princess through a castle window, but Harold stamped him into the castle and destroyed it. People fled from the kingdom, while the king and princess cried in fear. Harala: oops, I slipped dash. Giants: Your Majesty, please stop. The chapter ends with young Harold's presentation. Physically, Harold looked very similar to Loki and was very violent. Harold: Baraha, who's your god now? Narrator: Harold, the king of Elbaf, who ascended to his throne at the young age of 45, was a real jerk. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more content. ShryphonX out.